everyone, it's me. Happy Easter. I hope you're all well. Now today, instead of digging straight into the pies and the beer, I'm going to talk to you a bit about Easter and why it's important. As you can see here, I've got my ceremonial garb on because you may not know, but I'm an ordained minister. During the first lockdown, when you were making your banana breads and poisoning your liver, I actually did become ordained in the Universal Life Church. I can perform weddings in certain states in the USA, and I can perform exorcisms. So if you want a quote or a spiritual house cleaning, so if you need a quote for any of that, give me a yell. Okay. Moving on. Easter. What's it all about? Well, Great Britain, if you go back far enough, before Christianity, we were a pagan society. We worshipped the moon and the sun and the stars and different gods for this and different gods for that. And we had a goddess called Ustra, and she was a goddess of fertility. And at this time every year we'd have a festival and we'd be celebrating the end of winter and the leaves coming back on the trees and the fertility. So we had eggs as a symbol for fertility, and Ustra herself, and we envisioned she would be a rabbit. That's your Easter bunny basically, and that's why we have Easter eggs. It's all to do with fertility. But then the Romans came across and they'd adopted Christianity, and they basically rammed it down our throats. But to try and convince us to get on board with it, to try to assimilate their holy festivals with our holy festivals. So like Christmas was one of our winter festivals, they wrapped it round the birth of Christ. Easter, which was our fertility festival, they wrapped round the crucifixion of Christ. So the two things became entangled, and now you don't know where you are. You've got Easter eggs, which is your pagan, you've got hot cross buns with the crosses on them because you have Jesus and what have you. But what a lot of this misses out is Jesus himself. In his younger life, there's not a lot known about him. He will have been born into a Jewish society in a Jewish country, although occupied by the Romans. So one thing we can say, but no one seems to be saying, but as a young Jewish lad, he will never have had any pork or pig-related product, bacon, sausages, pork pies. It just wouldn't be happening, would it? So forward towards the back end of his life, the night before, he's out on the pop with his mates, all sat down in the restaurant, 13 of them, drinking wine. There's pictures out there, you can see him doing it, they're all having a right laugh, just a bit of that going on. And he gets sanked up. Romans aren't very happy with him. He's stood on a few toes politically, and the local Jews aren't very happy with him. He's upset some of the elders by what he's been up to. So one of the lads dobs him in to sort of Romans. So they come and capture him, as you know. Next day, he's nailed to a cross. What a nightmare. You've been on the pop all night, probably an all day, to be honest. You could tell it was a big session. So you've got a banging headache, bang, bang, bang. Next thing, crown of thorns, poof, nailed to a cross, left out in the scorching sun. It's not a good place to be. So when they cut him down, they stick him in a cave. Still not good. Nothing to drink. No air conditioning. They'd be hot over there, wouldn't they? So when he has his resurrection, he dies from it, he comes back. He's going to have the mother of all hangovers. He's going to be absolutely and we all know, hangover, what do you want? You either want a cooked breakfast or just a bacon butty and a mug of tea. Now, he's not been able to do that, but now he's been resurrected. He's now the Son of God. If he wants a bacon butty, he can have a bacon butty. But he can't do that if he's a Jew. So what's he do? He invents another religion. Boom! Christianity. So it's actually thanks to Jesus Christ that we see things like this. Pork pies. Blessed be. Okay then. Right. First, I'm going to tell you a bit about the beers that I've got today. I've got two from the Crag Brewery, which is over in Todmorden. I've got a blonde ale and an amber ale. It's a great little brewery. I've never met these guys, but I will be doing soon, hopefully. And these are from the Nightjar brewery. I've not heard of these, but I've met the guys who run the brewery today. Nice bloke, and he's recommended these two. I've got a chocolate stout, brewed with chocolate nibs. It's quite a strong one, that. It's 7.2. There's a lot of these stouts about at the moment, but they're quite powerful things. And something a bit lighter, it's a double IPA called Goats Don't Rave, 4.6. So it's a bit stronger than a session ale, but it's should be quite nice. But the main event, as ever, are the pies. Look at these beauties. Now these are made at Shirley's Pies, and I've been trying to get hold of some of these for quite a long time now. They do different farmers markets. One week they'll be here, one week they'll be there, and I've never managed to get to the right farmers market, but they were there. Now I didn't actually go hoping to get these because he also does some plate pies that are about that thick. But when I saw these I thought, I've got to try these. So 5 of these are pork pies. One of them is chicken and stuffing. And it looks like it's actually built the pastry up round the side so they can actually get more of the topping on. So what I've got my chicken and stuffing. I've got a pork with cranberry, pork and apple, pork with cheese and pickle, pork with black pudding, you can see it's black pudding on the top, and pork with cranberry and brie. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a slice of each. I'm not going to butcher them all because I don't want to waste these. I'm going to take a nice careful slice out of each so I can freeze the rest or do something with them. So give me a minute because I'm going to pour myself an ale. Do a bit of knife work on the pies, and I'll be right back with you. Cheers. That's beautiful. That blonde ale was really nice. The Eagle Crag Brewery in Todmorden. Right, well I've been wrestling with these pies for a short while, and they're fairly epic. They're so solid and heavy. So I've took a slice out, but I'm just going to show you what we're... That's the pork, cheese and pickle. That's how much cheese you get, and it's packed tight with meat. So, a bit deconstructed over here. Pork, cheese and the pickle. It's nice, but it's hard work. I think it's cold. You know, when cheese has been melted and it sets again, it becomes a bit rubbery. I quite like that texture actually, but that's that there. But the pickle cuts through it quite nicely as well. Now, this pork and black pudding pies, I've had a few. I've had one that had a slice of black pudding underneath the pastry. I've had them with chunks of black pudding in, and I had one a week or so ago where they just basically mixed the black pudding with the pork in the mix. It was like a darker meat. This one, I've never seen one of these before. There's a layer of black pudding at the bottom and a layer of black pudding at the top. I mean, if you're having a black pudding and pork pie, you want to be able to taste the black pudding. You wouldn't order it if you didn't like black pudding, would you? These have nailed it. So, look at that. I'm about to eat it. Again, really nice, but very hard work. The pastry's quite short, so that's quite a task. I think the pickle one worked better because of the pickle. I think what I do when I come to eat these properly I will get some pickle out to go with them, or some mustard, just to sort of break up the sheer weight of the meat. It's a tour de force. But the black pudding's nice. This is the amber ale. The one there was the blonde. You do need a drink with these. It's hard work. Not in a bad way. Hard work if you enjoy your job. That's nice. Got a burnt taste to it. Very nice that. Right. We've done that one, Right. Cranberry and brie. Nice combination. Now that works very well because the cranberry is very moist, so it helps with the, I don't want to say stodginess of the pork because it's not a very complimentary way of saying it, but the thickness, the way it breaks it down nicely. I will say though, the brie, I couldn't taste it because it's not a strong cheese, is it? And with it being a soft cheese and everything, you know, and you having to chew the pork, so you don't even get the texture of the brie. It's almost wasted on there. Now I don't know if I tried it. Well, there's one there with no brie on, just with the red currant. I'll see if there's any marked difference between the two. But it's a nice idea. I'd like to try that with a different cheese, something stronger. I'm not talking a blue cheese because that overpowers it for me, but just something, a cheese with a bit more texture and a bit more flavour, I think could be worth a go. But not melted like that. You know, just a slice of extra mature cheddar maybe, I don't know. But nice pie, I loved it. But I do think the brie's almost wasted on it. Right, so, did I show you the insides of that one? Sorry, I don't think I did. There's its innards. Wall-to-wall pork with a good half-inch of cranberry on top and a slab of brie. So the next one is the same without the brie, basically. I think. Are they both cranberry or is one red currant? That one might be red currant. Sorry, I can't actually tell. It's not a good sign, is it? I have COVID. That's really nice. You know what I'd do with this one? I'd take the brie off, I'd eat it, because it's gorgeous, and then I'd have the brie afterwards so I could taste it and enjoy that as well, bonus. Excuse me, bit of a mess. Right, we've only got 2 left, so I'm going to do what I get into those other 2 cans of beer. So let's just mop. Oh, the horn of plenty's overflowed. It was Hebden Bridge Food Market I got these from. Some great stalls there, some really nice looking stuff. There was 2 beer stands. The Indi Beer Company that you might have seen on Instagram or Facebook, I got the Eagle Crag stuff from them. But the Nightjar Brewery had their own stall, and it had a great range. You know, I had to have a chat with the guy to sort of what do you suggest, you know, and we'll see. But yeah, it's a lovely day out, that. But it's not a full day, but it's nice to look around there. Right, what's next? Pork and apple. You can't go wrong with pork and apple, can you? Why did it sort of fell off? It all fell to bits, so I'm building it back up. That's very nice, that. When I looked at it, I thought the apples looked like they'd be very syrupy and sweet, which I do like sweet fruits with my meat, but they've retained some of that sort of apple bite and a lot of the texture as well. So it's not just like apple pie filling on top. You actually get a bit of bite from the apple. It works really well with the pork, that. Right, I'm going to go for the Supernova Close Encounter Chocolate Stout. Listen to this, it sells itself, this. Creamy full thrust dark chocolate milk stout. Full thrust, we're not talking semi-thrust. Full thrust. Brewed with 30 kilos of home roasted organic cocoa nibs to give deep roasted espresso and dark chocolate notes from this boozy, thick and smooth stout. What's not to like, eh? From the Nightjar Brewery, Calder Valley. He did say whereabouts in the Calder Valley, but I actually can't pronounce where it's from. It's something like Mythenroyd. Yeah. Can't spell it, can't pronounce it. Oh, look at the colour of that. Ah, Bisto. Oh, I've done it again. Oh. Well, that's the experience. Just drank my head. You could taste the chocolate properly. You know, when you get these beers and it'll say it's got a bit of a, I don't know, a bouquet of hollyhocks or something. I just once put a teaspoon of cocoa in my beer. But not in a bad way. Not in a, I know you're diabetic, I'm trying to kill you way. Right, my last pie. Chicken and stuffing. Now, as you can see, There's no little pasty bits of chicken and gravy. This is wall to wall packed breast of chicken breast, whatever you want to say, with a great big meteorite of stuffing has come out of the sky and banged onto the top of it, and just there. Excuse me. Very gassy, these beers. Just make sure I get some stuffing on it as well. I'm just thinking when you've gone, I'm going to put some cranberry on it as well and really go for it. Oh, that's nice. I would never normally put a chicken pie ahead of a pork pie, but that's my favourite pie of the group there. That's lovely. That's like on a Sunday roast. Oh, if I had some gravy with that, I'd be happy. A bit of some green veg to ignore, but yeah, that's gorgeous. So these are all good pies. I'd recommend these. It's Shirley's Pies. They don't deliver, so you can't get them online. But if you Google it and look at which farmers markets they're at, if you're ever in that neck of the woods, if you like farmers markets, give them a try. I am always dead honest. If the toppings weren't on, if this was just the pork pie, they're not my favourite pork pies. I've had nicer. There's nothing up with them. I prefer them a bit more moisture in the meat. I mean, this is packed in. It's solid wall to wall. But I do prefer, say, a bit more moisture in the meat. But the fruits on top add the moisture brilliantly. Apart from the black pudding one, because that's hard work. But again, I'm half thinking of saving this and sort of having it with my breakfast in the morning, just take half a can of beans and that. I rough it sometimes. Yeah, I'll make some gravy and have that for my tea tomorrow night. And then I've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's my lunch sorted out for next week. Well, hey! Right, thanks for joining me. And go in peace.